Hi, pleasant good day, everyone. Today, our topic is motivation. And in sales, especially in sales, you need motivation going forward because you need that sales team to be motivated. Joining me today is Maria out of Cyprus. Hope I am pronouncing it right. Maria, what's your definition on motivation going forward?
Motivation, in my opinion, is a process that will help people achieve their goals. And if an individual is motivated, he will have more great satisfaction either in sales or in business. And it really helps in self-development of the individual. Yeah, and I called it motivation is a road to a successful life. Yeah, and I believe it's all about our internal desire to accomplish something that is important to us, our dream, our goal, and our vision that we wanted to achieve. And
Awesome.
in generally, yeah,
And you good? Yeah.
yeah. Uh, Generally, there are a lot of ideas and topics to be considered in defining motivation. One that encourages us to initiate for an activity, one that provides different perspectives, yet to provide different ways to access for life improvement, or maybe workplace applications and a motivation that drives people to be more happy as an individual in every aspects of life. You may be an
Yes.
employee or employer, yet you have to do a better role or more likely to do a good job and work hard to bring more clients or to attract more clients and customers, retaining and gaining sales in general levels of productivity in business matters.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That is some great tips that you give on motivation. For me,
Yeah.
in sales, everyone needs to be motivated because if it is that the sales team is not motivated, how will they bring in the commission going forward? And how would they surpass the quotas, the target quotas that they have to make? So in sales, I realized that yes, you may get someone to motivate you, whether it be a sales manager to give you that inspiration, that
Mhm.
quotation going forward. However, I realized that you have to be self motivated because after the motivational discussion, right, that could just
Mhm.
fade out the same way how someone will bathe each day and then the other day, you will have to bathe again, right? So
Exactly
in
that.
motivation, in motivation, you will get a motivational discussion, but you have to be self motivated going forward because
Mhm.
a person cannot motivate you each and every day. That will be very difficult to do. So you have to build that self motivation. And by
Mhm.
doing that, you have to know to yourself what you are capable of. I would tell anyone, do some baby steps each day, set out different objectives that you want to accomplish, baby steps incrementally, and you will increase that, and you will catch yourself after a period of time being so motivated that the things that you thought you could not done have before, you will do it
Mhm.
going forward. So that is a simple strategy of being motivated going forward in the sales process and even in life, because each thing that you do, you should always put pen to paper and always
Mhm.
have that as a referral so that you could go back in it and delve into trying to understand exactly what you are trying to, the goal you are trying to achieve.
Mhm.
And
Exactly. Yeah.
for you, Maria, how you motivate yourself? What are some of the tips that personal motivation for you going forward?
Actually, how I motivate myself every day is that I wanted to change some things about my life, not only about my life, but including my whole family that is together with my kids and my parents. The point that I am inspired by them because the dreams and the goals that I wanted for them, I wanted to achieve, and I wanted to give them the things that we never had before. And yeah, I am motivated by myself. That's why every day I wake up early in the morning, and I always provide something that I have to achieve something today. And to motivate myself, I started with I think so I have mentioned before, I do my Zumba to give me more energy, and then go on and go on, you know. I have to read a lot of facts about life, about work, about business, because I'm also running my own business. And yeah, that's how I started my day. I started with pray first, and then I do the Zumba, and I
Mm-hmm.
always remember my dreams that I want to achieve, and I always work for it. So that's what I motivate myself. What I mean, but I work is that I focus and I determined myself. I committed myself with these goals by giving more time for my business and for the important things that matters about my dreams and my vision.
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome. I love that.
Mhm.
And in motivating yourself, you have to have energy going forward to be motivated. And when I say
Mhm.
energy, it's all about your health because your health
Exactly.
is your wealth. So when you
Mhm.
wake up in the morning, after you done pray and such, you try to exercise, eat healthy stuff
Mhm.
so that you could have that extra energy. So instead, that you would be going, let's say maybe 8 or 9 hours a day, you can be able to go maybe a little longer and have that energy, that vibrantness in you, so that when it is you in the workplace or you with clients, they can feel that energy with you and that energy can be transferable. Because let's be real, energy is
Mhm.
transferable. I remember once I went on an interview, and as I walked into the office, the energy was negative, and that negative energy reflected on me. So basically, my whole morale just dropped. So I wasn't able to perform in the interview that I would have liked to. But going
Mhm.
forward now, I realize that when that negative energy is hitting at me, I will take that negative energy and transfer it into positive energy. But that is something that we have to work on, because it's easy to drop somebody energy or momentum going forward. So as going
Absolutely.
Yes, so as time progresses, these are the things that we have to develop for ourselves. One of the ways I would say to take that negative energy and transfer it to positive energy is always be positive. Never think when you're going to do anything that you are not good enough. Be courageous, be brave, and when you execute and feel that confidence within you, you can accomplish anything. Because anytime an
Exactly. Yeah.
employer anytime an employer or a prospect see that you are not confident in you, they don't realize that here what most of the times I would not take this person for this opportunity, or I wouldn't take this person product or services going forward, because if this person is not confident in what they are delivering, then after it
Mhm.
is not good at all. So that is
Absolutely.
basically
Yeah.
one of the strategies that you can take going forward. And Maria, I would tell anyone, right, in terms of
Mhm.
motivation, as we on the topic, what are some of the great motivational books that you have read that you could shed some light to the audience so they now could maybe delve into it and build that motivation going forward?
Actually, motivation. I know that there are some forms for being motivated, or in the terms of motivations. And the first motivation that I believe is the external motivation, which is the extrinsic. Means that we do something not for the sake of inner fulfillment, but we do it because we wanted to gain a reward, either money, prizes, or just to avoid punishment. For example, is that my son today, tomorrow he have his final examination, and I heard him talking that he needed to pass with a high grade examination, because if he have a high grade, we will allow him to play in his PlayStation. So I believe, yeah,
I
he,
love that.
he's,
Yeah.
he's yeah, he's talking to himself that he needed to take a high grade for the tomorrow, for the exams tomorrow, so he will be allowed again to play PlayStation for the whole summer. So that is a external motivation. Another one is the intrinsic motivation. It is in the act of doing something without expecting any rewards. You do it because you enjoy doing it and you find it interesting. You have fun doing it, and without thinking or planning where it brings you. And this is mostly self-determined behavior, but less expectation. You just keep going on. You just keep
Mhm.
going on. You just keep doing on every day. And I believe that this is one of the intrinsic motivations. Like you on the sales, like me also I'm doing my business. We keep going on no matter how hard we pass every day. How hard sometimes we had some negative. There are negative people against us. We keep
Yes,
going on because we believe that we can do it.
yes,
Yeah.
that is so true. And in motivation, one of the best ways also I will add that you can motivate yourself is try to copy and paste someone who is already motivated, someone who is a star. For me, I try to copy and paste Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is a football star, yes.
Yeah.
But if it is that somehow you can watch him in his football career, how hardworking of an individual he is, besides his talent, watch the hard work that he puts in. Because if
Mhm.
you have talent, hard work will always be talent any day because you have to train yourself in order to become that great football player that he is. So when I watch Cristiano Ronaldo, it motivates me, right? Not in football, but in sales to put in that hard work. And the hard work is by practicing. What you practice in private is what you'll be rewarded for in public. And Tony Robbins said it best. So I try now to emulate that star in such a way now that I could practice, but you could never stop practice. I would say in
Mhm.
sales, the level that I want to be, I am not there as yet. Eventually, as time go
Mhm.
by, I will be there. Some people may say you are good, whoever, but for myself, I know much more can be done. So I will keep on practicing, and trying to be
Yeah.
as I can be in my particular field. But my star is Cristiano Ronaldo, and I try to emulate him and just paste it into sales. And I believe that is one of the best ways to go forward in trying to be motivated. So if it is that someone deliver motivational speech with you and that speech fade away after a day or two, you could have someone who is a star who you could constantly watch on YouTube for free and try to emulate that person and copy and paste it into your own life, into your own expertise going forward. So I don't
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to elaborate on that because I did saw you had a picture up with Cristiano Ronaldo. I think you posted, so I believe that is one
Yeah.
of your favorite football players. So maybe,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo is a teammate of my son, really. My son is also a Juventus player, and
Okay.
we've been last, before the COVID occurred our country, the world, we was in Italy. My son played for a world tournament in Juventus exactly, and he was trained exactly where Cristiano Ronaldo was trained, and he
Whoa.
play exactly in the Alliance Stadium, where it is the one of the biggest stadium in Torino, in Turin.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So your son is a superstar in time to
Yeah.
come. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and he was a fan of Cristiano Ronaldo actually,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
in his team also, mostly in his team, even his coach, they always say that my son is look like Ronaldo Cristiano. Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, if one person can achieve so much in his career, your son could do the same. It's just the hard work and the consistency going forward, and anything is achievable. Just keep the faith and believe
Yeah.
that it's possible.
Yeah, and Cristiano Ronaldo is really an inspiring and a kind of motivated person, because
Yes.
despite that he didn't go to college, he didn't have a degree, he
Mm-hmm.
was now one of the richest football player all over the world, and he is very popular. That's why I can say that Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most motivated football player all
Yes,
over the world.
and I would say without a doubt he is the best football player. People will say that Messi is the best, but no, Cristiano Ronaldo,
Mm-hmm.
when you watch this guy playing football, he is very passionate, sometimes even cry on the
Exactly.
field, everything. And
Mm-hmm.
he just, I don't know, I find to me he's just like a robot on the field. It's just you can't really stop him when it is he going, and he's just awesome. So that is my
Yeah.
favorite football player. Some people may say
Uh-huh.
Messi, but their ideas, or their, how to put it, their opinion, that's their opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
this is my
Yeah.
opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just to show you, in life, it's not about the certificates that you have
Mm-hmm.
behind your name, but it's all about you, the person, with the
Mm-hmm.
mindset going forward. Because
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
read an article on LinkedIn that they are saying now they are not going to focus on the certificates going forward. They are realizing now that just having a certificate, that is one thing, but when it is you put into the job opportunity now, we want to see you being an asset of the company going forward. So despite having the certificates, if you go into the job itself and you cannot deliver,
Mm-hmm.
well then after it do not make any sense. So
Mm-hmm.
people who have bachelor's
Exactly. Yeah.
degree and masters and thing, I would say that it not even making any sense anymore. You, the person, have to deliver value. My motto is value
Exactly.
over
Yeah.
pricing any day. I rather charge
Wow.
somebody reasonable, provide a lot of
Mm-hmm.
value, and let that person now refer me to other individuals so that I now can make a great impact into persons' perspective going
Mm-hmm.
forward, and also in companies being an asset to them growing their organization. To me, that is more impactful because it's all about you being
Mm-hmm.
that differentiator in the market. So I don't know if you want to, elaborate on that per se.
Yeah, I believe that is in motivation. It helps for encourage someone to be more oriented, especially toward if you speak about long-term goals and try to, of course, as understanding in feeling need to be perform more better to accomplish such a task. Let's say in sales or business, the idea of innovation, its prospective leads or clients needs to bring a new opportunity, or it brings a new opportunity, let's say a new personality to work with, and therefore it needs to utilize new ideas and of course increasing the income, right?
Yeah.
Now, in helping your ideas, if you help them to grow more and if you help them develop their mindset, which is a must, it would gain more sales. That is resolution to build a positive good relationship, and it leaves a room for growth. It's either personal growth or business growth, and yeah, it increase the sales. Yeah.
Yes. And
Mhm.
sales is something that we do every day. Let's not forget that, because we sell ourselves every day, despite what some people may not understand the true definition of sales. But basically, you sell yourself in your family life, the work environment,
Mhm.
and in the job interview. Because when it is you
Mhm.
have to sell something in your house, sell your car to buy a new car, all that is sales. So sales is something that I would tell anyone, do not limit yourself. You do not need to have any prerequisites. You just have to go into sales, understand it, and be genuine, because life is truth. If in sales you are not telling the truth, you will be watched as somebody who is not credible, someone who is not trustworthy. So, as simple as it is, sales is all about mastering the fundamentals, as within any other thing. Imagine you playing basketball and you could
Mhm.
shoot 3 points anyway, and also you can block any opponent who is coming to make a dunk, and you master those two arts in basketball, you
Mhm.
will become a great basketball player, because the last seconds when the game is going to finish, they will give you the ball to shoot that 3 point shot to end the game, because they know to themselves that you master that craft. So it's in any profession, mastering the fundamentals before going to the advanced stages. These are things that we have to understand, and do not try to bypass the
Mhm.
fundamentals to go onto the advanced stages. And once we implement that
Absolutely.
into any field, you will become a guru within your field. It's simple as that. You know, it's very simple as that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah. And
that,
to keep you more motivated, you have to build your self-confidence. Is, for example, you want to do a live video, but
Mhm.
you don't have enough strong to do it. But you need to do, because if you do a live video or live talks, it will help you gain more sales to attract more people to your business
Yes.
or whatever you do. But you don't have a self-confidence. If you are motivated, you can do that. If you believe in yourself, you can do everything that you want to do. As long
Mhm.
as you are motivated to do that thing, you have the purpose to do that thing, you just keep going on. You just practice and practice and practice every day until you will have that higher self-confidence, and you will see, if you have that self-confidence, you will feel more motivated,
That is
yeah,
great. That is so
to
true.
become more successful.
Yeah, I love Gary Vaynerchuk because he
Mhm.
is an individual. He do not care. He goes out there on video each and every day, and he presents himself with a lot of ideas for individuals who want to be entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
business owners, small and medium enterprises, and he do not take on what the public have to say about him, but he knows
Mhm.
himself what he is speaking about is things that he's been empathetic and also is valuable things that he did his research and seeing that the growth can be from here today and could be scaling up tomorrow. So most of the times with his content that he provide and his predictions, he
Mhm.
does be right because he do his research. Some people may say that he talks too much or anything, but let's be real. The persons who saying that they're not interested in Gary Vaynerchuk or that he talks too much,
Mhm.
they are not on the level as him. So that means whatever he is doing is something good. So in anything, it's always good to take advice from someone who already went through that phase or already is a top business person that they could help you
Yeah.
reach up to their level. So it's something that he's
Mhm.
providing that people have to get because you saying that he is not good, but you at a low level and he at a high level.
Mhm.
When you put two and two together, it's not making any sense. So I love him because he
Mhm.
just go out there and he don't care what the public have to say. He know that he's providing value, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a very popular baby. You cannot what you call this with the people. You cannot force the people to be like him. You cannot force the people to love him also like the way you
Mhm.
do, because it's individual. They have their own mind. Yeah, they admire different persons. It's like me. You admire him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
admire woman like me. I admire Wintry Opera. I like her too much because
Mhm.
she started with a very poor family, but because she had that vision that she didn't want to grow or like her granny where she used to grow up. She did all her best, no matter she was a very young mother at age 15 or 16, if I'm not mistaken. She believed in her dreams. She believed in her capability that she can achieve the dreams behind of her mind, despite that her mother dreams for her is just to learn how to hang the clothes outside and to live in the remote area where she grew up. That's not her. She wanted something different that she never see during her younger, though she did not meet her mother during her younger days. She wanted to be called like a mother example.
Yes.
Now, look at her now. She was very successful entrepreneur. She have helped a lot of people, many people that she have helped, despite
Mhm.
that she have a very negative background. Yeah, I,
Yes.
I like her.
I like that point that you made just now there in terms of it's not about your condition in life but it's all about what you want. You are seeing
Yes.
that vision, you are seeing
Mhm.
that light. You are not studying the present condition that you in. You
Mhm.
know to yourself each and every day, incrementally, baby steps, you are going to that goal that you see, which is the light, and not the present condition that you in, which might be dark. And those people who was poor when they was growing up and is wealthy now, They are
Yeah.
the one
Mm-hmm.
that you have to emulate and paste
Mm-hmm.
into your life because they did not born into riches. They struggled and they reached somewhere. So
Mm-hmm.
those people not supposed to envy them because the hard work that they put in, a lot of people not putting in even half of that. So don't judge the ones who was poor and who made it to the top. Be thankful and watch them and say that, yes,
Mm-hmm.
I applaud you. You have done a tremendous job, and you is someone who I could watch as a motivator for me
Mm-hmm.
to reach to that success level that they reach. And
Exactly. Yeah.
one of my greatest motivational speakers, I will say, is Tony Robbins. He is a
Wow.
great motivational speaker. Besides him, who is also great, is Les Brown. He is great
Mm-hmm.
also. And our other person I would say is, well, Gary Vaynerchuk. He is more into
Mm-hmm.
business, so I wouldn't class him as motivational. But those two that I have thus far, and concerning you, who are the motivational speakers who you maybe could, tell the audience who they could maybe look at and try to get that inspiration, for that motivation
Mm-hmm.
going forward.
Yeah. Mhm. I like also Tony Robbins. I follow all his motivation videos. Sometimes if I feel like I'm unmotivated, I play his video while doing the things in the kitchen. You know, I'm a mother and I have to do all the things, the cooking, like the cleaning. I just play loud the motivational speech of Robbins, and after that, I just come to realize about myself, how I
Mhm.
applied that motivation, and after that, I feel better because I know that your situation, what you are now, it will not be your situation forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people going into this field of being a motivational speaker because
Mm-hmm.
most people they don't have that motivation and they tend to look at motivational speakers for the inspiration, which is great, but as mentioned from before, you have to be self-motivated because if you are not self-motivated and let's say your phone was to destroy or your laptop was to destroy, how would you have that contact now, that connection to listen to your motivational speakers every day? So if you are out somewhere and you do not have that data or that Wi-Fi, you have to be self-motivated. So when it is now, you do not have that connection to be able to watch those motivational speakers, you can be motivated yourself because they would not be there forever. And after a
Mm-hmm.
while, if it is God forbid today or tomorrow that they die, and the motivational videos is not there anymore, how would you be motivated going forward? So
Mm-hmm.
you see why it's most important to be self-motivated and
Exactly. Yeah.
making sure that each and every day you understand why it is that you get up. Because if you can understand why you're getting up each and every day, well, then after something is wrong. I know why I get
Mm-hmm.
up each and every day because I want to make an impact in people's life. That is my main goal going forward. Because
Mm-hmm.
the great Martin Luther King said it best. Life's most urgent and persistent question is what are you doing to
Mm-hmm.
help others? And that is the question that should be put out there to many people. Yes, you might be making money when the money comes. Yes, you might be taking care of your family, but what
Mm-hmm.
impact are you having on society? What impact are you having amongst your peers? What impact are
Mm-hmm.
you having amongst the social media platforms that you have? These are the things we do not want to be
Exactly. Yeah.
selfish, but we want to be empathetic going forward. So,
Mm-hmm.
Maria, in
Exactly.
closing, I would like if it is you would like to tell the audience a few words, and then after we will just close.
I believe that each of us, each individual, we need to be motivated because in motivation, it will empowers everyone to achieve a high levels of performance and overcoming barriers in order to change. And it can help you achieve your goals and to change, to have something change that you have never done before. So in order to be motivated, you have to follow your dreams and you have to build that vision if and because vision is very important to us. If we don't have the vision, it's like we don't have direction to our life.
Mhm.
Yeah, be motivated and do something that can motivate your life. There are a lot of ways to be motivated, like you can dance, you can sing, you can read, you can watch YouTube, or anything that it attracts yourself, or you like to do it, or you love to do it. Yeah.
Okay, great. And if anyone, want to reach out to you on motivation, how can they reach out to you?
I think so. I have put there my website
Yeah.
in my link in here in my LinkedIn page. I always put my website in most of my posts. In my Yeah, I always put there my website. You can contact me there. You can ask some questions there, or you can just go straight to my LinkedIn profile and send me some question. I would be very grateful to provide an answer. Yeah, thank you
Okay,
so much for that.
that is awesome. So, Maria, it was great to have this discussion with you, on motivation and a little bit on sales because sales is my expertise. And it was
Yeah,
awesome.
I see.
Thank you for this conversation because anytime that we are going live is not an interrogation. People have to understand it's a conversation. You're speaking
Mhm.
from the heart. Anytime you have in your head that is an interrogation, you will be
Mhm.
nervous and you will realize
Yeah.
that you cannot flow and you will fumble on your
Yeah,
words. So it was
exactly.
awesome,
I
Maria.
am more thankful to you, Antonio. This is my first time to have an invitation here in LinkedIn. I am so grateful, and I'm so thankful that you have added me to your group. And I'm just really sorry for this. Is the fourth time now that we rebooked this live. At least now we are here and we're doing the
Yes,
live. And yeah, thank you so much for believing in me, and thank you for the friendship that you share to me and to our group. Thank you so much.
you are welcome. You are most welcome, Maria. Thank you. Have a blessed
Thank
one.
you. God bless.